Okay, hi. This is Twisted Granny Tarot. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? I wonder who caused that. So anyway, my name is Sherry, and I am the Twisted Granny. And today we're going to go about discovering what's going on with cancers. That's like June 20th to July 20th, somewhere around there. And according to the other readers and mediums and astrologers on the YouTube channels, cancers are in for a good year. So far, I haven't noticed anything in my house. It's just not been a bad one. So that's a good sign, right? Okay. Okay. So this is my calendar. It's called A Year and a Day. And one of my friends publishes this, and we pay for it and we get it every year. So what I'm going to do is what this calendar is full of is little known and less cared for facts about mythological characters. How's that? Okay. Holda, July 10th. Holda, an Anglo-Saxon and Norse underworld goddess, is honored with black candles, rose petals, and prayers. That sounds pretty cool to me. I think I might get a black candle. They can't be too hard to find. Maybe they are. Okay. Now, also, here is something else. Oh, on July 16th is the day of the wart moon, W-O-R-T. I'm not sure, but I think that's some kind of an herb or mushroom. I don't know what. It's also the birth of Set, which is an Egyptian goddess or god. I'm sorry, I do not know. And also, at this time of year, the Haitians pilgrimage to honor Urzuli Frida, the voodoo Loa of love and beauty. Doesn't the voodoo aren't the voodoo practices really mysterious and really enticing because of it? So I hope I get to study that one day. So she possesses miraculous healing powers. Well, of course, because women are healers. Just in general, we're generally not killers, generally. So here we go. Ted Andrews. Oh, was born in 1952. He's a more recent author. I think he may have passed, and he wrote about animal, I think it was called Something Speaks. And he was an animal communicator, I think. So look that up, Ted Andrews. Alrighty then. Now, we may proceed. So we're going to do this horoscope on, all right. We're going to do this horoscope, oh my goodness, by using an astrology chart. This astrology chart, big circle with this circle is divided into 12 slices. Don't they look just like a pie to you? Well, that's what they look like to me too. So we're going to put a card down on each one of these slots. And we're going to, and the card is going to tell us what is going on in these particular aspects of your houses. What's going on in your house of home? What's going on with creativity and children? What's going on with marriage partnerships and business partnerships? Those are big categories that we can cover with this diagram right now. Not just one subject, not just one topic, 12 of them. Okay? All right. So now we're going to divide the cards because I already shuffled. So let's do this. This deck is known as the Morgan Greer deck. And I absolutely love it. It's kind of a raggedy box, but the cards are in pretty good shape. And it looks like a coloring book. And that's why I like it, because there's no mistake in what this card stands for. Okay? So you can find them around. Okay, first house is in a card reading. Your first house is what you think about most of the time. Oh, you're imagining things. You're imagining most good things. But, okay, so if you're able to imagine things, then you're probably having a fairly relaxing summer so far. Okay, because you're like in a good mood. And you want to go to Jamaica, and you want to go to Hawaii, and why not go to Canada? It's cold up there, and they're going to miss us, right? You'll be cool. It'll be cool. Okay? Okay, so those are the things that you want. Now, some of these items are, I don't want to say inappropriate, but they're just not likely to occur. You're not likely to be gifted a dragon. You're not likely to be gifted a snake, or even go out and buy a snake. Although I know some people who do buy snakes. And So that's probably fuel for thought for future projects. Okay. Second house is your own money. Well, we got the Knight of Swords. And, oh, well, all right. Are you think, well, and rods. Well, swords is all about intellect and conversation and goals, achieving your goals and slicing through the bad baloney, getting to the good stuff where a person can actually start moving along. So that's about. So, are you talking to people about getting a new job? Are you talking to people about getting this person wants to go somewhere? It doesn't say he wants to go and not come back. It just says he wants to go somewhere. So if this is your house of money, and I have to, and I have to attach these two cards together, I'm going to say you want to move your money at the very least to get, or move how you make your money in order to get the best reward for your efforts. So we got two people here. They're facing each other. Well, not they're facing each other now, because I drew this one first. Then I drew that one. So let's just contemplate on where do you think you want your money to come from, and where do you think you want your money to go, and what do you want to buy with this extra money? Maybe it's some of this stuff. Okay? So you're looking for ways to improve your situation. Aren't we all? Are we always doing that? Okay. Third house. That is, what is your third house here? Communication, emails, telephone calls, short trips. Oh, look. Guess what? This is your house of communication. That's house number 3. And these two people like each other. And they want to continue liking each other. So this tells me that when you talk to people, you maintain as much kindness and softness as you possibly can. You're a good communicator, and you want to smooth over ticklish situations so that people can digest them a little bit easier and life can go on in a peaceful fashion. And that's what you want, and you're good at it. You may have got good at it the way other people do. Make a couple of boo-boos, and you learn how to talk different real fast. Okay, fourth house. Now we got a king of rods here. Now, who's living in your house? Who thinks he's the boss? We got 2 of them. Oh, good for you. And this is what? You don't listen to either one of them, do you? Okay, pull this guy. This is a businessman. This is a guy who talks a lot, and he's really brainy. And this is you, who says, I don't like the way either one of I don't like what either one of you are talking about, and I ain't talking to you. Okay? So you just kind of have to figure out, are these people or are these situations? The king of rods, the king of swords just wants to boss you around. Yakety, yakety, yakety. The king of rods thinks he can push you around. That's what he thinks. And this person right here is you trying to figure out what to do with both of these situations or both of these people. So I'm not sure if this were to, since it is a 4th house of home, if these indicate that you would like to move house, you haven't decided you actually want to move house yet. And you don't necessarily like the offerings that these people are offering you. Maybe does this have to do with remote work? So you want a remote job? Okay, it could be that you got a remote job now and you don't want to lose it. And these guys might be talking to you about some other kind of a job, and you're like, nope. Okay. All right, 5th house. 5th house is romance and creativity. Well, we got something coming here. On its way to you. That's all this means, is something is coming. So let's see what so that could be romance is coming. It also could be a baby is coming. Watch out. Okay. Sixth house, oopsie, is work and health. Now listen here, child. You are not going to die. I promise. You are not going to die. And this shows up as an ending to something. So if this is your sixth house, and your sixth house governs work, mundane work, like you no brain work in this. Everyday daily activities that you do, like housekeeping for work. It's just regular activities. Then the other part of that is health. Well, health is, how do you take care of yourself? Do you eat right? Do you exercise? Do you get those kinds of things that your body needs so that it runs efficiently on all 8 pistons, if that's what you got? So, but this shows the end of something. So I'm betting it looks suspiciously like you want to quit your job. Somebody else wants to quit their job. And you just want to leave. Okay? You might be thinking, how am I going to get ahead if I don't leave? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Well, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, marriage partnerships and business partnerships. So you're like at the end of that situation. It might be an end of a partnership at work. It doesn't necessarily have to be the end of the marriage, but it's going to be the end of a collaborative arrangement at work. Okay? Could be at the end of a collaborative arrangement at home. But you haven't figured out what to do about it yet. Okay, 8th house is money from other people, but you're going to go get it. See these people? They're in a boat, and actually the original card art shows that there is an unseen entity who's actually poling the boat. I think there's a different term for that. I don't know what it is right now. But they're poling the boat across River Styx. So someone has died and is being catered, being sailed over the river to the rest home, the cemetery, wherever they're going to be buried. So money from other people. I'm not sure. I don't, because this shows the ship has already sailed. There are no inheritance checks coming anytime soon for you. That just means inheritance checks. And it very well it might be just for a time period, because the planets, they travel around the horoscope or travel around the heavens, and they change the moon changes every 2.5 days. Mars changes every year and something. Then what's the other one? Saturn changes signs. Let me think about this. Every 246 years. They can go through all 12 signs in 246 years. So this is a little side note here. If it just moved, Saturn just moved into like Capricorn or Aquarius. No, it just moved into Aquarius. The last time it was in Aquarius, guess what? We'll take 246 and subtract 2025. What do you get? 1776. So we were in a revolution at that time. And we're in the same kind of revolution now. And this looks like you don't want anybody to get hurt in this revolution. So I think you're going to find a new place to go. And you don't know, it might be the best thing that ever happened to you. I mean, okay? All right, 9th house is philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. Now, philosophy, most of us do not have the extra time to learn about philosophy. And even if we did, would it help us make more money now? I actually only know one person with a philosophy degree. I don't even know him. But he got a job at UPS. Now, what does that have to do with delivering packages? I don't know. But that's what he's doing. He's a rep for UPS. Okay, so this guy is waiting. See, this guy has money right now. I think you can probably see it. Okay, well, then I'm going to say this. You want to leave because you're not getting what you want out of this partnership. You're not getting what you want, and what you want is to travel. You want to take some courses on spirituality, and you want to take some other courses just to improve your business acumen, those kinds of things. So, in order for you to progress, you need to accommodate those desires. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I did it wrong because she was number 4. Look at that. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? 9. Look at all those people in there. Okay, so what this one is saying. Um, this has to do, okay, I miscalculated here. This has to do with your 9th house. And these two people have got plenty of money. This one has plenty of imagination. And I think all you need to do is be patient, and your plans for a spiritual courses, investigating your spirituality and studying different ways that spiritual situations can manifest themselves for you. Okay? Be patient, because you are going to get to go where you want to go as long as it is on your bucket list. Okay? And you can cross it off your bucket list when you're 35. Put another one on there. Okay? All right. Okay, so that's 9. This is 8. This is money from other people. Did I get that? You're leaving. Money from other people. This is your 10th house. So first we get the death card, and then we get the devil card. Okay. Then you, excuse me, folks, you rotten, filthy hate the place that you work. Oh, they're causing you nearly mental illness. They're just raggedy and unruly, and they probably let their own private personalities shine through when they should be keeping themselves confined to behaving like a professional. And they're not doing that. And you don't like it. You don't like anything they do there. And you want the blankety blank out. Well, gee willikers. Okay, 11th house is philosophy. No, that's not true. It is, hang on. Oh, long-term plans. Long-term plans. And friends from previous employers. So look at who's driving the chariot here. This could be one of your friends that you've called because you worked with this person in a previous job, and you ask him for advice. Anybody at your place hiring? What kind of stuff do they make, and who should I look out for, and who do you want me to ask for when I call? Because he's going to give you at least two different leads to follow up on. So your long-term plan, your short-term plan is to get the blankety blank out of where you work and find another job. And here you go, and nobody going to stop you. Okay? And the 12th house, okay, this is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. And you worry a lot. You worry a lot because those people at the office are making you cuckoo, and that no matter what you do, you don't have enough money anymore because the prices have all gone up so high that there's no room. There's no slush fund anymore. And you're walking around money. You don't have it anymore. So that's what you worry about. Now, what? But right now, look at here, girl. All right, right now, this is the card of someone who feels like she's stymied. She's stuck. There's nothing happening for her right this minute. and she hasn't quite figured out how to move her game on the game board up to the next slot. Well, I'm telling you right now, call somebody you used to work with and ask them if their place is hiring. And then ask that person, do you know anybody else whose place is hiring? And can you give me that phone number to call? Because then you become a referral and not a cold stone recruit off the street. So that gives you more leverage. Okay? Okay, and so this is like, can't think of any more fresh ideas. And I think that in a lot of ways, you needed to just step back, keep your mouth shut, put your head down, and do your work. And that's difficult, especially for somebody who's a cancer, because their feelings and other people's feelings are very important to them. So please try to get out of that blue funk and call your ex-friends. Now, what's this? This is who you want to be. You want to be a married woman with money and a yard and a house and kids. That's who you want to be. And it feels like that you feel like you can't get that in the current job you're in. Now, here we go. And here's this. Hold on. Let me see if I get to it. This is interesting. Okay. This is, you don't know what to do at the moment, so you're just taking a rest. I'm just going to tolerate this for a minute, but we both know you are on your way out. We both know. Okay? You're on your way out of there. Just don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Okay. So if I want to lay a modifier on top of this card, the next card that came up was this, and this is somebody who has sent out his ships, and he's waiting for them to come back fully laden. Well, this is the equivalent of the phone call to the person that you know who works at ABC Company, and you've called him and he says, call my boss, blah, blah. That's what this is, okay? And this is the moon. Now, the moon is notorious for not telling the truth. It's because it's very simple. It's kind of ridiculous, really. The moon has no light. So just because we see a round globe in the sky that shines, it has no light. It's reflecting off the sun. The sun beats down on the moon, and the moon shines it down on us. So now, I'll get to the point is, sometimes people tell fibs. Sometimes people tell lies. So if you are going to, after you make an appointment or during your research for who to work for, make sure you double check. I don't know how. I don't know where. I don't know why. You just need to double check them because somebody's going to be lying to you. Okay? And this is Queen of Rods. Now, Rods governs business. This does not have to be a woman, but it could be a woman because a woman is pictured here, but it also could be a man. And then we have another one, Page of Swords. Pages are always, what do you call it? Messengers. Always messengers. And that's what the books say. So, okay. So I'm going to say this. This woman that you interview with has kind of got some clout over there. And she's going to check up on your story just the way you check up on her story to make sure her statements are copacetic. Okay? Now, the last card I picked up was this. So, at this point, you haven't talked to anybody about getting an interview or getting a job. And you know what? Even if you do, you might not get hired till the fall or next January. But the thing is, you need to do like Hansel and Gretel and leave your breadcrumb trail right where you are. Okay? So you have to go visit them and talk to them and then call them up once a week, twice a month to find out what they're doing. And look here, the Empress is the queen of all the queens. So they might be ready to offer you a particular kind of a job that you'll be like totally surprised with. Because look at here, kids, this is the number 3 card in the deck. The number 1 card is the Magician. That's the most powerful card of the deck. And is he on here? No. He's responsible for getting things done. Number 2, then there's the High Priestess. So she's your unconscious, your subconscious mind. And even if you don't think you have any mentally telepathic talent at all, you do. Okay, you do. And you start thinking that you do, because if you do think that, then you will get more messages. And it's the equivalent of turning your radio on. Now, my mother grew up in a place where people couldn't read. Dreams didn't come true. You could not see somebody in the casket at night. You did not see that ghost. None of that happened. However, she was wrong. So just because you don't know anything about this job right now doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It means it exists, and you play along with the person who's might or might not dangle the carrot in front of you. But if they have an appealing story, you keep up with them until you can until you can make a move. And do you want to move? Like you want to move out of Tennessee and go to a different city? Money's better up north. Social programs are better up north. You might like it. So what we have here, okay, so that's good. So well, let's count the major arcana. I want to find out. Major arcana is another word for destiny cards. So here's a destiny card. Something's going to end at work, kitty. And be careful, okay? 1. 2, be patient. 3, it's what you most love and what you most hate. So there might be some aspects of your job that you love and some aspects of your job that you hate, like the boss, okay? That's just a telling factor right here. It's just sort of a picture from a camera onto the game board here. This is somebody who's got 2 choices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a lot of destiny cards. So you need to keep up with just what I told you. Maybe you need to save this video. Don't destroy it, or go back to it whenever you need to, because this is about your summer. That's number 1. Number 2, people, tarot card readers and astrology readers aren't necessarily precise, can be precise with determining a future date of when X is going to happen, because we're not in charge of that. Guess who's in charge of it? Your ancestors on the other side. Your grandmother that's passed, your grandfather that's passed, your sister an aunt that you love dearly has passed. And really, all you need to do is look up at the ceiling in your room, wherever you have your private thoughts and wherever you keep your magic stuff. If you do have magic, okay, buy a candle. You keep magic stuff, okay? And they're going to, because the ancestors on the other side are in charge of arranging this person from over here and this person over here and this situation over here. They have to do all that maneuvering around up there because we can't do it here. We can do everything possible when here, but they're up there. So they just go bibbity boppity boo and things move. Now, if it doesn't happen, it wasn't meant to be, but it probably will, especially if you keep your mind on it. Okay? So we got, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. One's a card of something ending. One's a card of being patient. Another one is a card of something that you love and something that you hate. So there might be aspects of your job that you love and some aspects that you hate, or maybe you just hate the boss. This Chariot lets you know there are at least two choices available for you in the near future. You can accept or deny either one of them. But you need to know that what you want is out there. You just have to go about the business of making like a beagle, digging up all that information, taking a whiff of it, and getting cool with it, okay? All right. So, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. And I hope we all have a beautiful summer season this year. And I'm looking forward to finding out what is happening for you all and how it worked out if you want to tell me. So send me a text at the bottom of the page if you want to, if you'd like to, and I'll be happy to see what I can do. All right. All right. This is Sherry. Thanks for coming to Twisted Granny's channel. Bye.